Happy New Year, and it looks like on the 2nd of January the market is starting to push back up. As you can see, Injective has broken the previous resistance area here, and it looks like it is moving out of this downtrend finally. Okay, now it's not 100% confirmed yet. It's just that this is extremely bullish here. What we've seen, okay, it did happen before here. As you can see on the 23rd of December, we had this big extended wide range green candle here. We actually had 3 of them, out of which 2 were quite large as well on the 1 hour chart. But this is different because we're getting multiple ones here, and it's after a big push to the downside here, just been down, down, down. And then it looks like it did find some sort of bottom here, as it has put in this low candle here, as you can see with the wick, to show that we are switching trend. And usually after this kind of momentum, it is a trend change, right? We are moving into a stage 1 uptrend. So we have to see if this does continue, because we do have the smoothed moving average, which if touched, it can mean that it could go down if it's not able to break past it here. We did see pops to these moving averages in the past where it would touch it and then it would just continue to go down. But this level of $23.50 is really crucial for Injective, because if it does get back to this, we have to watch it here. It'll probably stick around for a bit, but ideally we should break out of it, because if it does break out of it, then we will see higher levels of around $26 and perhaps even move back into $30 in the coming days. Now, given that US investors have finished selling off their crypto for tax purposes, it may just be that we are moving into a new uptrend once again across all the altcoins, at least most of the altcoins. And we have to see if that is really the case or not. But Bitcoin is also kind of following the same momentum here, where we've gone down quite a lot and now it's starting to move back up. But as you can see, the trend is different for Bitcoin because it's not as bullish as it is for Injective, given that Injective was at a big low here of $19 and it has gone up to $22 today. Now pulling back just a bit, but it looks like it wants to go higher now after this small pullback. As you can see, these pullbacks are very small, whereas when we're going up, it does go higher. So it is kind of tricky to see here what could happen, because if Bitcoin does stick around this area here, it doesn't go down again. Now with altcoins like SUI, for example, they haven't even seen a downtrend too much, because as soon as we pulled back, it went back up really fast and extremely fast. I look at these wide range green bars here on the 1 hour chart, breaking the previous lows really fast. Anyone that got in here was very happy, because they just basically rode this back up. And even if they've kept their bag and didn't sell, they're still doing extremely well here, given that SUI is trading around $4.42 right now. If the Bitcoin price goes up a lot, like over 100K again, you can expect SUI to probably put in a new all-time high, given how bullish it is. It's just insane. The market makers, the VCs, the people, the investors, right? Everyone is just bullish on SUI for some reason. Now, I do think Nomad might be the next one to kind of follow on SUI's footsteps, because it is pretty obvious that this one has been cherry-picked by investors for hype purposes in order to boost their investments, of course, because they are getting these releases and they need to make sure that they get out at good prices. And we're not seeing this with many other altcoins. Unfortunately, I know that Injective used to have Jump Crypto behind them, but I do think that Jump Crypto might have sold their Injective bag, and that's why it's just not getting the same kind of love as it used to get. Nevertheless, it is doing better than other altcoins, which are moving much slower, like Atom or DOT, in terms of the way they actually move when the market is bullish. They tend to be slower when it comes to price movement, mostly because of the high sell pressure. Whereas with Injective, because most of the coins are in circulation, it is different, right? And not that much is being generated. There's also the burning mechanism, which makes it deflationary. So we have to see how things go. With the market, you can never be too sure, but you can only go by what you have on the chart. And the chart tells us that it is bullish right now. We may see a bit of a pullback here to like 21.30 or so before getting to this $23 range, or we may just continue up here like crazy, going back up to $23 something, and then we'll have to watch this really closely, because if it does pull back, then that means we're not out of the downtrend yet and it may continue. This could just mean that this is a lower high, not necessarily a higher high, because we do need to get that higher high here in order to change the trend and to see that trend confirmation. Like if we get to like $24 all of a sudden, and then we pull back to like $23.50, and then we continue higher, then that is 100% confirmation that we have moved into the new uptrend. But until that happens, it's kind of hard to say. So that's why we really need to watch this level of $23.50 and see how Injective reacts to it and if it wants to continue moving higher or not. But like I said, it's always relative to Bitcoin's price. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.